Hello. If you're joining me, I have a little something to share with you today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hi, Connie. Yes, you just stay here. Can't wait for Facebook Live. It's so great that you're joining me today. So here's a little question for you. What does a tomato and a timer have in common? You can kind of see my little solantito or hang it out on my little timer with my little tomato. So what does a tomato have to do with a timer? You're about to find out, and it's kind of cool. You can see that Solantito have joined me here today. So today we're talking about 3 time thieves, and that really prevent productivity. And you may need a cop for this one. Hi, Marilyn. Nice to see you here. So one of the things that we all struggle with is time thieves, things that take us away from being productive, not only in our business, in our workplace, but also in our personal life as well. So we want to think about what are the 3 time thieves that we can avoid to be really, really productive. And so this is part 1. You may need a cop. And so I'm going to share a little bit with you. How do we take control of our attention and to grow our teaching time? So first, we want to identify what is productivity for us. What does it mean for you as a teacher and entrepreneur? So productivity is the effectiveness of a productive effort in getting the results that you want. So personally, if I wanted to, maybe clean my studio, which really does need to get done, by the way, and the phone rings. And so now, squirrel, off I go, I answer the phone, and then, I look at the time, and now it's time to teach, so I didn't get around to it. So we all have those things. So what can help us so that we can get a little bit more focused on that? So the second thing is, as an entrepreneur, as teachers, we always think we need to organize things and we need to operate a profitable business, right? So entrepreneurial productivity, that's a tongue twister, by the way, is successfully building our teaching business so that we can grow and be productive. So as an entrepreneur, I'm going to challenge you to give me a little sort of fill in the blank. We want to learn about the number 1 thing. This is just part 1. I'm going to share with you a little cop, the 3 time thieves. You may need a cop on how you can increase your productivity so that you're not robbed of your potential to achieve success in your business. So here's how it goes. The first cop is concentration. So concentration is the action, so the letter C, the action of power of focusing one's attention or mental effort on a single task. So the first time thief that steals your time, that steals your attention, that keeps getting you off course, what is, in the first place, sort of what are the patterns that you realize are an obvious distraction for you, the little squirrel? So I want you to add in the chat box, my time thief is. So I'm going to share my time thief with you while you're putting in there, what is your time thief? My time thief, I think, is 2 things. One is probably text messages. And by that, I mean, I may be working on, writing a script, writing a PowerPoint. And so I may notice that there's a text message. So now my attention is taken off of my writing and I'll just check my text message, and it may or not even be important. And that's not the point. The point is it just took me off course. Hey, Judy Hanley from sunny Florida. Speaking of getting me off course, speaking of sunny Florida, it's actually snowing here in Winnipeg today. And my daughter, who lives in Las Vegas, was hanging out here for a while. And today she packed up the car. Mind you, it was planned, but it was kind of ironic because she always says, first snowfall, I'm out of Winnipeg and going back to Vegas. So off she went. Hey, Charlene, nice to see you. So my little squirrel, what takes me off course is the little pinging of text messages. So I want you to write down, what is your 1 distraction? So go ahead and fill that in. Judy says TV. Absolutely. And sometimes if we have that TV on, even if we just like the background noise, all of a sudden there's something that draws our attention to the TV and it kind of takes us off course. And so we want to think about what is it that derails us when we want to take a little focus. And I'm going to share a little something with you that has to do with the tomato and a timer. I know you're just dying to go, what? And no, I'm not starting my own cooking show because actually I don't even cook, but I do like eating. It's just that I don't like cooking. So, oh, there's a little bit of a timer in there. So Montito are hanging out with this for us today too. So time blocks. Okay. So what takes you off? Okay. So Judy says TV. Charlene, Facebook. Okay, so she's here. Marilyn and Connie, what derails you? What takes you out of focus? So I mentioned I had two things. So the first thing is text messages. Sometimes I just kind of look to see what is that text message? Is it urgent or isn't it? So that's one thing for me. Charlene says checking Facebook. I'm supposed to be going somewhere. Into a meeting. Okay, well, gotta go. So the second thing from me are actually emails, and not when I'm sitting at my computer answering emails, but emails on my phone. Maybe I should just take it off my phone. I'm not sure. But sometimes I'll do the scrolling thing, which is a complete waste of time because I'm actually not answering any of them. I'm just kind of looking and going, oh, wow, I have a lot of emails and I need to address those. Connie says, I had added my reply above. Oh, my husband. That is so funny, Connie. My husband, I agree with you. Those spouses of ours can be very distracting. And, I actually have put a door. You probably can't see the door in the shot. But when I'm doing Facebook Lives, I actually put a little sign on my door that says, going live, do not interrupt. So we need to think of what can we do to help those squirrels. So I'm about to reveal, ready for it, the answer to help you stay focused. And what does that have to do with the tomato and a little timer? Okay, you may want to write this down. So here's something you can use, and you can use it right today to get time blocks. So the word is time blocks to help you focus your concentration. Now, this is actually called the Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique. And this was actually invented in the early 90s by entrepreneur Francesco Cirillo. And he created this system. It's called the Pomodoro Technique. And it was created for him. He was actually in university at the time. And he used a tomato-shaped timer. That's where he got it from, a tomato-shaped timer, to use his time to track productive focus time. So what the Pomodoro Technique is that you actually set your timer for 25 minutes. I'll go ahead and set that. 25 minutes. I hope you can see I have actually got little Sol and Tito on there, so they're hanging out. There, 25 minutes. Now, here's the deal about using the Pomodoro Technique. The action is that you set your timer for 25 minutes to complete one single task. And this allows you to concentrate on that one task for 25 minutes. All right. Now, here's the deal. When you are doing that, you need to turn your phone off so you don't get those text messages or you don't see those emails that are popping up. Or you let your husband know, do not interrupt me. Or for Judy, you turn your TV off. It's only 25 minutes. But it is so freeing. When I use this technique, and I use it all the time, I literally set my timer for 25 minutes. And now I know for 25 minutes, I have no interruptions. And I'm going to write and stay focused on my writing for 25 minutes. Now, here's the other thing that you may want to do again. And before I forget about the Pomodoro Technique. Once you set your timer for 25 minutes and you're focused on your activity, if for some reason someone comes and knocks on the door and interrupts you, now you're like, oh, that was in the middle of my 25-minute block. Well, guess what? The deal is off. So now you have to say, well, turn that off. Okay. Turn off your timer and you have to start again. So the Pomodoro Technique is not to be interrupted. So once you have determined your action, what is it that you want to do? What is the intention? And this is really important, is set an intention. Now, I want to share this with you too, because I use this technique with my piano students. If you're a teacher, maybe you can just say, yes, I'm a teacher. I don't know how long your theory lessons are. If I go over other threads while I'm waiting, for the video, I will notice alert and come back here. Okay, one of the things that we often do as teachers, now I teach my students for 1 hour. So they come in for a 1 hour piano lesson, plus they have theory club classes. So they actually come twice a week, once for theory club classes and once for piano. Here's what happens, and I'm sure you've had this experience, is that your students come in and they want to tell you about their day, right? They want to share what happened at school, or they're super excited, and they love us because actually we're so lucky. Most of us get to have those students for many, many years. And we are really their life coach, not only their music teacher. But what happens sometimes is that we have those squirrels. They may tell us a little bit about their day, and then they play a bit of their piece, and then we share a little bit of our day. And so what I have started with my students is we do the Pomodoro Technique, and they have a 1 hour lesson. And so they come in, and it's kind of fun because they like having the little tomato there. So I'm going to share with you here. I'll tell you, this is my little Sola. Here's Sola. And Sola says, try this with your students today for massive productivity. Are you ready? So my student comes in and she'll tell me about her day, and I'll say, all right, let me know when you're done, because once we start the Pomodoro Technique, there is no interruption. And so she'll say, okay, I'm ready. I'll say, great. So we set the timer for 25 minutes, and that means that we're 100% focused. So right now we may be working on pieces for an upcoming recital. So we're really going to drill down for 25 minutes. We're not going to go off topic. We're going to stay focused on working on that piece and working on the technique that correlates to the piece that we're learning about. And when the little timer goes ding, 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 then it's like, okay, let's kind of shake things out. We might even stand up and do a little bit of a stretch. I may say, oh, I have one funny story to tell you that happened to me today. We have a little mind break. And then we say, okay, let's get back at it. We want to now learn a new piece. And so for the next 25 minutes, that's our Pomodoro Technique, we're going to focus on learning a new piece, maybe just the right hand and then just the left hand, maybe the technique that goes with it, and maybe I'll have her sight read and then I'll play some. So we're doing some ear training, all within that one new piece. And it works out really amazing. And when the timer goes ding, 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 then we're back to having a little mind break, wrap up what the lesson was all about, and off they go and they have some fun. So now Tito tip. A little Tito tip is that you need to take your Pomodoro Technique also into your business. So now as teachers, whether you are preparing lesson planning, whether you're cleaning your studio, whether you're mapping out your schedule, whether you're making phone calls, whatever it is, this is a little challenge for you in how to get focused, concentrated time. I just challenge you to try it, because when I first learned about the Pomodoro Technique, I thought, well, I don't know if that'll work for me. When I start writing, I often write for 2 or 3 hours at a time. But I also noticed that sometimes I have distractions, and so I don't necessarily really feel like I've been productive. It is so freeing because you know that you only have 25 minutes. It's kind of exciting because I think, can I actually clean my studio up in 25 minutes? Can I actually write copy for perhaps an upcoming webinar that I'm doing, or maybe reading through Sheila's blog to see if there's anything that I want to add? Like, can I get that accomplished in 25 minutes? It's really, really freeing. So I hope that you will find this pretty exciting because it's something new. If you've already used the Pomodoro Technique, then share that with me. Hey, Sue, nice to see you here. If you've already used this technique, I want to know how it's working for you. And if you haven't, I'm absolutely challenging you to give it a try. So from Sola and Tito and me, we're not at 25 minutes yet, but I think we're doing pretty good. go get a tomato, or you can actually buy a tomato that looks a timer that looks like a tomato. Go ahead and Google it. The Pomodoro Technique. It's a tomato and it's a timer. They're kind of 2 in 1. I think I should go get one myself. I just put Solentito on mine. And try the Pomodoro Technique for just 25 minutes and let me know how that works for you. So this is the very first letter C in the COP for concentration. And next Thursday, I will reveal the next one of our 3 time thieves that prevent productivity. So I hope you're going to join me next Thursday at 10 a.m. for our Facebook Live that will share the second, part 2 of the 3 time thieves that prevent productivity. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Oh, Connie says I have a piggy timer. Just waiting for this technique. Yes, that's going to be so fun. I hope to see that little piggy timer on there. For those of our Ultimate Music Theory certified teachers, I'm going to see you on our super coaching call next week. And for those of you that would like to join us, please come into our Facebook Live group where you'll learn many more things that I'm sharing about. So join us in our Ultimate Music Theory Facebook group. And I'll put that in here at the end of the call today. So have a great day, everybody. Thumbs up. Oh, I see Sarah. If you're still there, I should give a quick shout out to Sarah Campbell from Upbeat Piano Teachers. She does amazing Facebook Lives. I absolutely adore her. She usually does hers on Friday, so you should tune in and check her out because she's phenomenal and shares really, really cool stuff with you. So I look forward to seeing you. I'll be back Tuesday with our Ultimate Music Theory teaching tips, and then I'll see you on Thursday for our part 2 of 3 time thieves that prevent productivity. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks.